This is the arena. This is the arena. This'll be the turn of the high score fastness, breaking down the meadow with the tactical rapidness, dropping combos like a bomb cell in the tribal games. I'm the ultimate. Neon paint dripping. Yeah, we're locked in the interface. Spirit of the hunter, leave a mark in the digital space. Primal instincts, but the tech is the future core. We don't just play the game, yeah, we start the war. Can you feel the haptics, the pulse in the wire? Shaman of the server setting pixels on fire. Level up the spirit, yeah, we're breaking the frame. One tribe, one vibe in the tribal games. Welcome to the hub, where the wild ones play, where the neon meets the dirt and the night meets day. Tribal game. Yeah, we hold the crown. Tribal game. We never touch the ground. Psychedelic visions in a high-res stream. Master the mechanics, living out the dream. Switching up the loadout, the shamanic strategist, crushing every leaderboard, the digital antagonist. Mapped to the rhythm of a ritual beat, from the jungle to the con, so we don't know defeat. Got the trophies in the stash, got the vision in the eyes. Watch the whole squad ascend to the skies. It's a glitch in the matrix, a bend in the soul. Total domination is the only goal. Focus, breathe. The lobby is full. Connect the code, activate the Welcome to the hub, where the wild ones play, where the neon meets the dirt and the night meets day. Tribal game. Yeah, we hold the crown. Tribal game. We never touch the ground. Psychedelic visions in the high-res stream. Master the mechanics, living out the dream. Register. The hub is waiting. Tribal games.
Alrighty. Good morning, good day, good evening, everybody, depending where you are at in the world. Welcome to Tribal Games Tiki Talk. Alright, I can see Farmer here. Mate, are you back with good Wi-Fi? Or maybe he's not listening in yet.
No, I am.
Oh, there we go.
I started taking the mickey out of you, and I was on mute the whole time, which is really annoying because you sounded like you were at the bottom of a cave, and I was about to make a Chilean miners joke and start saying we need a rescue squad for you.
Well, the funny thing is, because I think you were on your vacation back when, about 2-3 weeks ago, we did the recording on the space, and when I listened to it back, and thanks to Dua for making this comment, it sounded like it was trying to eat the microphone, because the mic on my new headphones was pretty shit, so ended up getting one of the streamer microphones, which works much better quality. But I like to walk around, so it'll sound like I'm close and far away sometimes, depending where I'm at in my room.
Love it.
How's everything on your end?
But back in the land of rain, there is Wi-Fi, which is good. But yeah, back in the land of rain. I just for everybody that was there, I've not. It's not a moan, but I've said before, Riddick is not one to give short voice notes if you're sending a voice note. And in all fairness, I'm known to give long voice notes too. But while I was away, you sent me a voice note that was probably, I don't know, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, which is short for you in all fairness. And it took me the best part of the day to actually get to hear the whole thing because the internet was an absolute just a no-go where I was.
Now,
which was nice in a way.
in return, Farmer sent me a voice note back, and he sounded a bit like Snow White with birds tweeting
Oh
in the
yeah, you did
background and
say.
deer running around and shit. So yeah, no, it's good to have you back in the land of Wi-Fi. And yeah, we got some fun updates for tonight for a variety of projects within the tribal games ecosystem. So we're getting there, surely, but
Yeah,
surely, slowly, and steadily, which is
yeah,
good. So, um, first note, just to mention for those again, it's many months away, but I think it's November 17th. Breakpoint this year is going to be in London, so I will be making an appearance there. So if anyone's in or around that side of the world in the EU and they have plans on heading to Breakpoint this year, we'll put out an announcement and people can submit their interest on doing a tribal games, Seven Seas, Trip and Ape Tribe, Flux meetup night or whatever, and kind of we'll teach London a thing or two about how we drink. So yeah, I'll keep everyone updated on that one. So all righty. So I guess we can jump straight into things. I want to just jump into first and foremost. Let me just do a refresh here. If it's there, yeah. Okay, so I want to do a recap week after week to kind of share the progress with not only community members here, but also those who watch it after the fact. And we'll start posting these spaces on X as well to expand our broader reach. We are 1 week in with one official game launched under Tribal Games. Currently 72 registered players on the Tribal Games platform. We've got a Solana reward pool from Solware so far of 30 Solana in the first week, which is good. Now, this game, keep in mind, this game is definitely a slow burner. We did a recap on it last week, but we do have a spend cap on how many packs you can open within the game that you have to strategically try and establish your data center as efficiently as possible. And that cap gets extended on January 1st of every year. So the kind of play style with this, and I had the conversation with someone earlier this week. Tribal Games, we plan on releasing a variety of different playstyle games. Some of them will be passive, similar to Solware, so, strategically setting up your accounts, and that's just a passive weekly Solana airdrop from the yield that the staking pool produces. Some of the games will be more interactive, requiring a daily login. Some of them will be performance-based, high score-based, and things like that. So as we kind of release, game after game, people will see that starting to kind of come together. And the goal is, as a player, you don't have to play every game. Just find the shit that you like and enjoy. That's why we're building these. We're building them stably and safely to try and bring some enjoyment back to gamers and build a community vibe around it. So yeah, we're doing pretty decently for our first week, given our model is not the typical DGen model for those chasing 1000X, where they get a bit of virality and 90% of them end up losing, so the 10% can win. That's definitely not the target we're going with. So yeah, over time, again, as we build up all of these games, hopefully we'll build up a nice little niche community of people that just like to enjoy gaming and hang out in a community sense or vibe. As we go through the ecosystem changes or updates or coming ups tonight, if there's any questions, definitely feel free to ask in chat. I am keeping an eye on it. Or if you've got a mic and you prefer to jump up and ask a question or two, feel free as well. You're more than welcome. Before I jump into it, I should make sure my mic is recording. Yes. Okay. That way so people can listen back. So first and foremost, the first thing we're going to cover is kind of the Flux platforms, when to expect that, some of the minor pivots that we have made. I think in the first week of Takeover, we talked about renaming the new Merge collection for Flux Arcadians. We have made a slight pivot to that, so that will be receiving a final name update to Flux Originals, just to kind of give the community vibe and that little throwback to the OGs of the Flux ecosystem. The reason we're making a slight renaming pivot is we are going to utilize the name Arcadians as an official Tribal Games NFT collection. So, Farmer, I don't know if I filled you in on this one.
I need to double check if I'm on mute. We had like a back and forth on a voice note to do with the terminology with arcades and everything, all of that, but I'm not sure whether there was anything else that we went through.
Okay. So this
There's a
one,
fair whack to be from all.
yeah, this one I think you'll find interesting as well. So, with where the current sentiment in the space is, with the loyalty that the three core collections in our ecosystem have, being the Flux, being Trip and Ape Tribe, being the Seven Seas. We're not going to launch a new collection and expect people to pay for them. We're not going to launch a new collection and expect people to burn NFTs for them.
You've gone through this, yeah.
The what?
I say you've gone through this. I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, again.
So we wanted to do something a bit different to where people could still retain their NFTs, but also participate in the ecosystem. A lot of the platforms that we're going to be releasing over the next month or two are going to be exclusively for the Tribal Games, quote, Arcadians, because we are going for that Web3 arcade sort of vibe, as Farmer made a really good point, to try and move away from these association of Web3 games that it's or the reputation that it's gotten. So we're going to kind of go with that arcade vibe. So this week we have built a custom platform to where users will be able to stake one of the supported NFTs within our entire ecosystem. So currently the Seven Seas, Trip and Ape Tribe, Flux Originals, Mechs, Stepfleet, Shredded Apes, and the Genesis ships. And by staking said specific NFT, if I go to stake this here, it will automatically mint me a new NFT for the new collection. Now, the NFT, I've got a Stepfleet one here selected. That NFT will stay permanently staked while I am using the Arcadian NFT, and obviously to prevent people from manipulating and dumping it, the only way to unstake your original NFT is burning the reciprocal amount of NFTs you receive for it. So obviously, within our ecosystem, not every NFT is created equally. There's been burns, there's been merges, there's one of ones, etc., etc. So you can see, as an example, the Flux Originals, if you're minting or if you're staking a normal NFT, you'll get a 1-for-1 match. If you're staking one of the one-of-ones, you'll get 4 NFTs. So for Stepfleet, it's a 1-to-1. So if I stake this, I'll get 1 Arcadian NFT. Now, for me to unstake my Stepfleet, I have to burn 1 Arcadian. It doesn't have to be the same one that was minted. If I buy one from the marketplace, if I mint multiple or whatever it is, all I have to do is burn one of those NFTs. I'll see here if we've still got a little bit of work to do on it, with some fun, unique features before we push it live. Ignore those messages because we're still on dev server. Okay, so I've got that one staked there. That'll take a couple of minutes just to mint out the new one. But once that is minted out, I'll see my Arcadians count go up to 1, and it will show there. It'll also show in my wallet under the new collection, and that will be selectable. So I'll showcase that in just a second. But the idea behind it is we've got a lot of moving parts in the ecosystem. Rather than building out all of our platforms and I guess adapting those to support a bunch of different collections, we're going to make it so that it supports one collection, and then holders are responsible for going in if they want to participate in staking their NFT and getting one of the new collection NFTs to be supported in those platforms, if that does make sense. So if anyone has any questions there.
Yeah, could I just quickly ask then? So if you wanted to just not do that and just buy an NFT, like get an Arcadian, I'm only talking in terms of, so I'm aware, like myself with Seven Seas, a lot of my captains are busy working. So, um, for me personally, it would make more sense, depending on the price of the Arcadian, to go off and buy one rather than lose a worker as such to then get an Arcadian. I'd rather just have both. So, is that possible still to do?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if people are staking their NFTs, getting an Arcadian and selling, keep in mind that you can only unstake your original NFT by burning an Arcadian. So you'd have to buy one back, sort of thing.
Cool. And are
Rufus.
they?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Are they out to buy now? Are they available?
Not yet. No, we haven't pushed this live yet. So
Okay, cool,
we're
cool.
just kind of testing on mainnet and getting a couple of other features that I will announce probably when we launch it. Rufus has a good statement there. If I stake one of the Seven Seas captains, can they still use it in the other projects? Nope. You it doesn't get a double use case. So if you're making use of an Arcadian, you lose the use case of a captain from the Seven Seas or a Tripinate tribe or whatever it may be. So its only use case is if it's staked, it sits here being staked, and that's where it remains while you're utilizing the Arcadian. So the NFT never leaves your wallet. It just gets a semi-permanent lock on it or a freeze. There we go. So that took a few minutes to mint. So we can see that I've got the Arcadian there. We are going to utilize the time-traveling chimp artworks on the bases. Again, we got a little bit of work to do there, but you can see here, if I want to unstake, it is now selectable. So if I am unstaking, it will come up with the Arcadians that I have available here. And I can proceed and burn that Arcadian. And in return, I will get my Stepleet NFT unfrozen and back into my wallet to do with it as I please. So yeah, that's one of the systems that we have built this week. We are making a few adaptations to the Flux Adventures platform. We're going to have, and this is for Arcadians to be able to utilize. There will be 2 mission fronts there. One will require burning GGW. The other will be requiring to burn booty to compete for the weekly allocation of Solana for NFTs within our ecosystem. So we want to make sure that it's equally accessible to all collections because all collections are contributing to that reward pool. So they all fall under Tribal Games NFT community, so to speak. There will be a new NFT staking platform that you will be able to connect your Discord account to. We want to reward people that are active in Discord, so there will be a reward system for that, rewarding GGW for users who are active in Discord. And then for those looking to go the booty route, we will be making some adaptations to the 7 Seas over the coming 7 to 14 days, to which essentially people will have access to ensure that they can kind of compete for that Solana pool for the end run utility. Any questions on that part before moving on to the 7 Seas? We've got some pretty big updates coming there, so this will probably take up a bulk of the chat. Just to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, moving on to the fun one. So, the 7 Seas. Welcome to my little slides presentation. Earlier this week, for those who have been keeping an eye on the announcements, we have done a lot of modifications to Discord and restructured the announcement channel. We had too many announcement individual channels, so we've set them all up as threads. To access those, just click on the announcement channel, and then there will be a sub-thread for each of the collections where we will post those updates. But for those who have been watching, I did announce that the last piece of the 7 Seas puzzle was migrating the Seven Seas from an off-chain, database-driven game to on-chain. I think that at this point in time, that's a very important feature for a variety of reasons to try and essentially elevate and evolve the Seven Seas to the next level of Web3 sort of gaming. How we plan on doing that is, rather than building out an entire brand new on-chain sort of platform for the current Seven Seas game, again, not too much is going to change in the spectrum of things. We are going to integrate it with Battleship and rename Battleship to the Seven Seas. So this new online game will become a merged version of the two games, which will add a new element of gameplay, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of randomization, and everything will be stored on chain. So right now we're just going through the process of migrating NFT data over to from database to on-chain, so it's stored directly on the NFTs instead of syncing with the database. That's going to take a couple of days of work. But I just wanted to run over the changes with everybody so they can, or the brief overview, so they can get an idea of what to expect. So it'll be broken out down into two components. The first being the migration to the on-chain version of the game, and then winding down the off-chain version. So essentially, what the game is going to look like, we're going to bring back a little bit of the island structure. There's a lot of people who did like it. It was a bit complex in how we had it designed for the Seven Seas off-chain game, but with the on-chain and how we've designed Battleship, it's kind of very simplistic and will work quite easily. So Island 1 will be Booty Bay. Essentially, it will have a location that's a combination of all hands on deck and coastal cruises. Just to kind of give you an idea of somewhat what it will look like. There won't be as many locations, but you will essentially have a location where let me just, so all of your NFTs will show as available, and you'll be able to just stake the NFTs in that specific location. Leaderboard will be entirely by strength. Right now in Battleship, it's done by firepower, but it will be by account and by total strength. And based on strength, will earn a pool of gold, which can be claimed at any point of time during the day. So, again, very simple gameplay. Pick up an NFT, stake it in a specific location, and it will essentially compete for that island's gold pool. We are building an automated leveling system, so when we do move on chain, there will be no more instant leveling. It will be done by a time basis, and it will automatically just level as it is staked. There will also be, to replicate the use of battle tokens, there will be a send mission button added to the game, where you can enable it for a day, enable it for a week, enable it for a month, and enable it for a year, which will essentially charge the battle token cost for the entire time that is selected. So yeah, super easy gameplay for Island 1. And there will be roughly, and again, don't hold these numbers as set in stone yet. This is just for examples rate. 20% of the remaining gold emissions pool will be allocated to Booty Bay Island 1. So stake your NFTs and earn gold directly. Island 2 will switch into exactly this island. So this will be Island 2. There will be a 0.25 Solana island activation where you're spending booty to earn gold. You'll hit a certain firepower requirements in order to progress to Island 3. And that will also have, let's say, for example, like 20% of the gold emissions pool. Island 3 will be Tortuga. There will be an island activation fee there. It will be for pirate lords and kings only. And again, the daily, weekly, monthly, and annual booty costs for missions, and it will also have a gold emissions pool. Island 4 will be this island here from Battleship, and this is where you actually can start burning that gold to earn booty and compete for that on a daily
Fishing
basis.
dragon. Fishing dragon.
Yep. I know you're excited to have that one back. We'll probably change the artwork for this one because it is a Navy theme one. We'll probably go the Lost Haven island that we did and then move this to Island 5, which will be the final location for NFTs where you'll be able to stake your kings. Island 6, which we've just launched, if I have it unlocked on this account, yes. So again, another location where you're able to burn gold that you're accumulating for the other islands to compete for booty. And then Island 7, Valhalla. This will be the exclusive spot for Genesis ships that you'll be able to stake Genesis ships to compete for that last pool of booty. So we've got quite a bit of work to do on this, but we're anticipating the launch of Island 1 hopefully in the next 7 to 10 days, give or take, which means that we will, starting this week, we'll be starting the second phase of this and winding down certain things within the Seven Seas current game. Those things will include, when we first launched the Club Lord, and that was renamed to Captain's Academy. We obviously made a promise to the community that if anything changed within the game's model to where those unlock slots for 250 rum was discontinued, that it had the quote Pirate Lord guarantee. So we will be refunding all of those slot costs. We will be force claiming all NFTs and closing that location. So expect that to be happening this week. Devs are already informed, and we will be kind of allowing users to withdraw that rum from game. Royal Academy will also close off. We'll refund the gold slots for that and force claim the NFTs and close that location. Brethren Court, because we are releasing the Discord reward system outside of the Seven Seas, we will also be wrapping up that location this week. So essentially, after the next couple of days, all that will remain for the next 7 to 10 days will be coastal cruises, all hands on deck, war room, and fleet command. We want everybody to stack as much gold as they can in the next week, just to get ready for when we do launch Island 1 and start getting the entire process ready. And then finally, on the day that the off-chain game closes down, so to speak, we will be converting all remaining battle tokens to booty and then converting all booty in game over to gold. And then we are working on a customized withdrawal system that will basically vest those tokens over X amount of time based on a voluntary tax choice. So you'll be able to, for example, and again, don't hold these numbers as they are not set in stone, you'll be able to elect to have the gold withdrawn daily at the 10% tax, or opt for a higher tax but a faster withdrawal rate. So again, we're playing around with the numbers there. But the first step is, again, getting the Seven Seas ready to go for that. We will still have a platform for users to merge their captains into pirate lords and pirate lords into kings. We're still working around the dynamics for that aspect. Yeah, lots of stuff that we've been working on over the last week. So that's basically the quick overview for everybody, that we will be merging the Seven Seas into Battleship entirely, just to create that ease of access on chain game. All right. Any questions? I can see a couple of typing. Um, Rufus, nope. That's it's not lower now. Each pool has its own allocation, so the existing islands already have their own gold allocation. Gold member, withdraw or deposit all the NFTs. We are working on a process that we are going to try and force claim all NFT or force unstake all NFTs from the game. So that should just release them. And then there's no import into the on-chain game. There's just a stake button similar to what you would have done with Mex. That it just stakes. So yeah, you won't have to do much. Orange, yes and no. We're removing a lot of the complexity, but the core gameplay is the same. NFTs earn gold. There's a conversion aspect from ships to convert gold to booty, and then through the other platform, burn booty essentially to compete for that Solana pool. So gameplay won't be entirely all that different, to be honest. I think it'll just be more enticing for players to be able to see, their tokens counting up kind of live, and then being able to claim on chain whenever they'd like and utilize however they'd like. For the battle tokens, yes, that will be they will be refunded in booty, and all booty converted over to gold. Rufus, what do you mean? Still the rum reward in Solana? We will be closing up that location this week, Royal Academy, and that will be reopened under the Tribal Games ecosystem platform. So yes, there will still be a mechanism where you can burn booty or GGW to compete for the Solana pool. Now, because we are going to be refunding those slots from Club Lord / Captain's Academy, it's about, I think, 175 Solana that gets airdropped, give or take, back to players. That means that will deduct from the staking rewards pool. So just keep that in mind. I think it'll drop it to about 0.6 per week or 0.5 per week based on what's currently in there. But we are refunding that as promised because we are changing how that specific location works. All right. Any last questions on this one before I wrap up the recording? And then after I stop the recording, we can hang out for a community night. If anyone has any in-depth questions or anything, we can definitely jump into and walk through if there's any confusion or anything there. The academy will be closing in like the next 2 days or so. We'll do a force claim, and as soon as it's closed and updated, I'll put out an announcement. So, yeah, ideally, and people can keep this in mind should they choose to do so. Feel free to throw it in all hands on deck because there will be a force claim on that when we migrate over to the on-chain game. I'm not sure if you were here in the beginning of it, but we're expecting it to this new staking platform for the Tribal Games ecosystem, aka including Flux, to go live probably in the next 2 weeks. We're doing some adaptations for it. Alrighty, on that note, I'll wrap up the recording. So thank you all for tuning in, and until next week, on behalf of Tribal Games.